obviously some tough news today with the firing of Willie Green, but how's the team taking the news and how was practice today?
Practice was good. I mean, I feel like guys had a little bit of energy today. We're going through concepts, trying to figure out, what's going to change. And obviously, me and Willie started off at the same time, 5 years in, and so there's a lot of memories and I have a lot of respect for him. But, we understand it is a business, so we have to move on and continue the season.
When there's all that talk around of, firing rumors and things of that nature, does that energy affect the team even if it's subconsciously?
I mean, everybody has social media here. We hear about it, but I mean, you try not to think about it too much. It's one of those things where you're still going out there trying to play the game of basketball. You're professional and you're doing your job. So no matter who is the coach, whether that is JB or Willie, you still have to go out there and do your job. And so that's on us as professionals to go out there and play basketball.
Trey, what can Borrego bring to this team?
I think he's going to bring another level of energy as well. He is he's a really high energy guy, and he has a really sharp offensive mind. And so excited to hear what he has to say about different offensive things, different things that he sees throughout the game.
What do you anticipate just how things are going to look different on the court with Borrego as head coach?
I don't know for sure. I mean, the only sample that we have is from that game against Dallas, my third year, and it was a great game. We ended up winning that game by like 30 points or so in a cup game. So that's all we have is a sample size, and you don't know exactly what to expect. It's something that you can assume, but you never know. And playing against the Charlotte teams in the past, they were always really well coached and they ran their offense really well. So we'll see what we have to do here.
Does this feel like a fresh start for this team, like a fresh start in the season for you?
To an extent, we obviously understand the hole that we're in right now, but we know it's also a long season. We have 70 games left. We can also we can turn this thing around. Start off my rookie year 3-13 or 1-11, so and end up making the playoffs. So you never know what can happen.
Did James formally address the team yet since being named interim head coach, or what have those conversations with him and the team been like since he took over?
Yes, he has, and he talked about his expectations. He talked about what he wants from us. He talked about just open line of communication, just a bunch of different things that he wants from us and he expects from us. So just really excited to get this thing started.
Do you have a message for maybe the fans? Obviously, they want to see a winner. You've been really passionate in the community. Is there a message you can give them that maybe the best is yet to come, or that there's plenty of season left? I don't know, just what you would tell them.
Don't give up on us. That's my message. Don't give up on us. Still show us support. We can turn this thing around. It's a very long season, and like I said again, don't give up on us.
Hey, Trey, you talked about Borrego's messaging. Did the energy feel different this morning? Did it feel like there was a different head coach?
Yeah, to an extent. Obviously, we understand what happened, but I mean, everybody here still had respect for Willie, so it's not one of those things where you're happy to see somebody go and lose their job. They still have a family to feed, they still have a life to live, and so we understand that part, but we understand too that it's time to go with James Borrego.
And how much is it an easier transfer because he's been around now for a few years?
No, it's pretty seamless, I would say, because we've heard from him. He's been a voice that we've known for a few years, and I feel very confident in him as a coach.
Did Joe talk to the team, and if so, what was his message?
Yes, he did talk to the team, and the biggest message was that what we had done in these 12 games was unacceptable. So it's time to really lock in and turn this thing around.
Joe talked to the media this morning saying that he would like the team to find an identity. In your eyes, what does the identity need to be for this team?
I think the biggest thing is it's hard to really say. You have to find your own identity, and I think we're figuring that out right now. I think the biggest thing for us is using our youth, which is being athletic, getting out in transition, playing fast on the defensive end as well as on the offensive end, being physical. And so I think our youth, the whole speed and violence thing is kind of our thing right now, so we got to figure that out.
I know the coach obviously gets fired because he's the figurehead, but is there a sense of responsibility amongst the players, like maybe we didn't do enough and this guy lost his job because of that?
I mean, now this is kind of how this works in the NBA. When the coach goes, now it's okay, players, you have to figure it out, because that's just where it goes. People look at the head coach, he gets fired. Now it's like if something doesn't happen and something doesn't change, they're gonna look at the players like, okay, you guys weren't doing enough. Maybe it wasn't the coach. So we had that responsibility as well.
Trey, I've noticed during games that James is incredibly involved on the bench next to Willie and talking with y'all, energizing whatnot. Based on what you've seen from him in the games and what you know from him from Charlotte, does it make you kind of very confident that he can kind of lead this group and get y'all on the right track?
Very confident. No, definitely very confident. He's been under phenomenal coaches, probably one of the greatest coaches to ever coach the game, and I'm very confident in his ability to lead this team.
Seems like Borrego's been around for a while. How much can really change in the middle of this season with a new head coach that's still already been on the staff?
I feel like a lot can still change. You know, there can be a different energy in the building. There can be a different, philosophy or different ways to attack different game plans that could happen and, help us lead to wins.